नमस्ते सदा वत्सले मातृभूमि
अध्यक्ष
हिंदू भूमि सुगम वर्धितोहम।
जो बीच में आता है राहुल जी सोचधारा को, कांग्रेस सोचधारा को रोकने के लिए जो भी रोकने के लिए कोशिश करेगा, सबको हटा देंगे, सबको मिटा देंगे, मिट्टी में मिला देंगे।
My loyalty to the Gandhi family, between the God and the idol and a common man, Bhatta and Bhagavanta. So God, they are the Gandhi family is my God. I am their devotee.
Viewers, stories that have shades of political rebellion made for great television. But tonight, I am going to tell you a story of political submission. DK Shivkumar, the indomitable Congress leader, a titan of Karnataka politics, has been brought to his knees, not by adversaries, but by his own. Viewers, you know what his crime was or is? A fleeting, sarcastic rendition of the RSS anthem. That too in a moment of political jest. And his punishment is a groveling apology extracted under the writ of the Congress High Command. Viewers, this is the ultimate reminder that in the Congress party, there is only one path to surviving and thriving. And that is unwavering, unquestioning Parivar Bhakti. Devotion to the Gandhi family. From what you've seen of DK Shivkumar, the Congress is no longer a party of ideas, of debate, or of policy. It is a fiefdom where loyalty to the family is the currency of existence. DK Shivkumar, a man who has toiled for the Congress party, who has weathered storms for the party, was forced to bend to apologize for a song sung in jest. Why? Because it dared to offend the Congress ideology, an ideology that tolerates no deviation, no humor, no individuality. Viewers, maybe DK Shivkumar remembered the chilling words of Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, who had declared that those who defy Rahul Gandhi will face political death. Mark the words, political death. DK Shivkumar's apology is not just a moment of personal humiliation. It is more than that. This is an example of what Revanth Reddy was saying. Defy the dynasty and you will be risking your career. Prostrate, submit, surrender or perish. This is the unwritten rule, the unwritten law of the Congress party, a law enforced with remarks made by people like Revanth Reddy. Viewers, this should be a lesson for the sideline giants of the Congress party. The stalwarts Shashi Tharoor, Manish Tiwari, Salman Khurshid, or for anyone who dares to think, who dares to speak, to dream beyond the confines of the Parivar Bhakti. They must take heed. Rahul Gandhi, the scion of this dynasty, preaches a gospel of love, muhabbat, tolerance, inclusivity. His Bharat Jodo Yatra proclaiming unity and freedom of thought. He speaks of a Congress that embraces all, a party of diversity, of dialogue. But what do we see? A party that crushes its own for the slightest deviation, viewers, the slightest deviation. DK Shivkumar's humiliation reveals the gap between Rahul's words and the Congress's deeds. While Rahul Gandhi preaches openness, the party demands servitude. Where Rahul calls for love, the party wields fear. The Congress is no place for free minds or bold voices anymore, or so it seems. Shashi Tharoor with his eloquence, Manish Tiwari with his incisive intellect, Salman Khurshid with his seasoned wisdom. They must know that their party demands subservience over substance. The dynasty does not tolerate rivals. It does not make space for dissent. DK Shivkumar's fall should be their warning, or for anyone who wants to even dream of doing anything remotely like this. Viewers, the RSS anthem Rao is not about a song. It is about total control. It is about a party so fragile, so paranoid that even a moment of sarcasm must be crushed under the weight of what they say is the discipline of the High Command. What hope then for those who seek to reform, to challenge, to lead? There is none unless they kneel before the Gandhi family. Viewers, DK Shivkumar's apology is not just a personal defeat. This is a reminder that in the Congress party, defiance and death go hand in hand, and only loyalty is life. Because remember what happened to Himanta Biswa Sarma, Pranab Mukherjee, Captain Amrinder Singh. The list is long. Sample the reactions.
I think it is very objectionable that Mr. DK Shivkumar has recited the RSS anthem, I think, which is against the ethics and the ideology of the Congress party.
Congress party cannot tolerate anybody who questions the perennial prince, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who lies and spews venom against RSS. DK Shivkumar only made one mistake, that he sung the RSS prayer song, the anthem of RSS, and it was sung by another MLA also, who said that there's nothing wrong in it. It doesn't conflict with the secular values of Congress. BK Hariprasad, who is a lover of Pakistan, who has hailed and eulogized Pakistan, then threatened them. And now these people, including DK Shivkumar, has to apologize. In the Congress party, you can hail Aurangzeb, you can hail PFI, you can hail Osama as Osama ji, you can say Pakistan is not our enemy, you can bat for Pakistan, but if you hail or you say something good about RSS, then it is a criminal offense.
Let's open this up. Dr. Ajay Alok, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Ratan Sharda ji, Professor Anwar Pasha, the national spokesperson of the Rashtriya Janata Dal, Nikhil Jain, political analyst, Vivek Srivastav, and Dr. Anand Ranganathan completes this panel. Nikhil, first question to you: why should someone be made to apologize, and for what?
Ganesh, it's quite interesting that the Vice President of India, the former Vice President of India, is probably in house arrest right now. He's gone completely MIA after he was removed from his post. God knows for what. And you are more concerned about what DK Shivkumar has done. DK Shivkumar
Mr. Jain,
made
if only you read the printed paper, read the papers today, you will know what the former Vice President is up to. He's playing table tennis, according to reports. So read the paper. It came this morning. Ask your friends to send you that clip. Now answer my question.
सूत्रों के हिसाब से होगा क्या प्रणेश? Will everything be reported through sources unnamed, unverified?
Where is the source here? DK Shivkumar is not attributing anything to source. He said, I am sorry if I offended people. Why should he say sorry, and for what? That is the question. Now answer that question.
DK Shivkumar has made it very clear that I don't think what I did was a mistake. I made that remark in jest. But if somebody felt bad about it, I'm going to apologize for it. And it wasn't the Gandhi family, it wasn't Rahul Gandhi, it was BK Hariprasad, a very tall leader from Congress, who raised an objection to it. Mr. Shivkumar has come out like
So what is the objection about? Would you tell me what is this objection about? What do you think of the objection? Or forget that comment. Is the objection right?
I'll tell you what the objection. I'll tell you why there were some people objecting to the reciting of the first stanza or the first two lines of the RSS anthem, because RSS is an organization which for the past 100 years has tried to inflame communal passions. They're the ones who sided with the British. They're the ones who made personal remarks against Ambedkar ji, against Gandhi ji, against Nehru ji, and that is the problem. You cannot be seen as siding with that organization, and Mr. Shivkumar did not side with that organization, but some people thought that maybe he shouldn't have said that on the floor.
Then why should he apologize? And by the way, you've dropped names. You've also mentioned Ambedkar. I'll come to that. But you tell me, what is if everything is wrong about the RSS, like you said, in the 100 years the RSS didn't do this, that, why has the Congress party not banned the organization? Ban kar dijiye ya kar dete.
The Congress party actually did ban. No. The Congress party actually did ban the RSS 3 times. The first time was done by Sardar Patel. Why? Because they were found probably complicit in Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. They were found harboring the first terrorist of independent India.
Where is this link to Mahatma Gandhi's assassination? Where is this link, Nikhil Jain? ये निकाल दीजिए. Last time you came on the show, I asked you for one thing, you could not. Even by the end of the debate, आपको वो नहीं मिला. Order नहीं मिला आपको. आज तक वो नहीं है. There were no adverse remarks about the election commission. Nikhil Jain, no, 1 minute. Now don't run away. Nikhil, no. 1 minute. Let me ask you one simple question. सुन तो लीजिए निखिल जैन. Don't be so intolerant. Don't make me say sorry. 1 minute. I can say sorry. It's okay. सुनिए निखिल, listen to my question, please. B.K. Hari Prasad has said that Pakistan is an enemy for BJP maybe, not for the Congress party. Now, between this comment and D.K. Shivkumar singing the RSS anthem, what is objectionable?
I'll tell you what, it was Atal Bihari Vajpayee, the first Prime Minister from the BJP fold, who started the Aman Ki Asha initiative, who made it clear to the world that we don't have a problem with the people of Pakistan, we have a problem with the establishment of Pakistan. We have a problem with the army generals of Pakistan.
Will you say sorry for invoking Atal Bihari Vajpayee? Where did he come from? Was he not from the RSS? वो कहां से थे? वो कहां से थे? Was he a Republican?
So, what is the point? What is the point?
Why are you citing Atal Bihari Vajpayee to now run away? You answer the question. D.K. Shivkumar singing RSS anthem is a problem. But to answer this question, you will use examples of what Atal Bihari Vajpayee said. You are exposing yourself, Nikhil. Don't blame the anchor. विवेक श्रीवास्तव को लग रहा है आज मेरा नंबर आएगा कि नहीं. आपका भी आएगा सर. आएगा भी आपका. प्रोफेसर पाशा, आरएसएस एंथम के लिए सॉरी बोल रहे सर, क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें बताइए.
Patel ji, good evening. I don't consider it a big issue. I don't know why it is being blown out of proportion. D.K. Shivkumar, he didn't recite the whole prayer, the whole anthem. He just recited one stanza. And there is nothing wrong in this stanza.
सर whole anthem में तो उनको जेल हो जाती. ये तो एक स्टैंजा में उनको सॉरी बोलना पड़ रहा है.
I'm telling you, just reciting this stanza doesn't mean that he believes in the ideology of RSS. I consider it, look, I say namaste, as we have tradition in India, there is diverse, we live in a diverse society, so many things we do, that is not objectionable at all, and we should do that because RSS had its own ideology. And this stanza doesn't reflect that ideology at all. Because this is for the love for the Matribhumi, the Namaste Sada Vatsalya. This is just a way to wish and praise the Matribhumi. Then there is nothing wrong in it. He might be wishing his fellow members in the assembly. This may be a way to wish them. So I consider it like that.
No, sir, but you consider it, he's also tendered an apology to, India Alliance members, not just to the Congress party. तो चलिए आपने माफ कर दिया, पता नहीं तेजस्वी जी या जो बाकी अलायंस पार्टनर्स है वो माफ करेंगे कि नहीं. लेफ्ट से भी पूछ लेते हैं. विवेक श्रीवास्तव सर, सॉरी क्यों बोलना चाहिए आरएसएस एंथम के लिए?
देखिए, उन्होंने ही सेड इट इन अ सरकास्टिक वे, नो डाउट, लेकिन द वे इट वाज प्रेजेंटेड इन द मीडिया एंड बाय द ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज ऑफ द कांग्रेस, इट सीम्ड कि भाई डीके शिवकुमार इज गोइंग टू जंप द गन, ही इज गोइंग टू जॉइन द बीजेपी. अरे देखो कांग्रेस में क्या हो रहा है, आरएसएस के लोग घुसे हुए हैं. So he had to apologize and give a clarification. He did it and it is welcome.
No, but why? But that's the question, Vivek Srivastava. Why an apology? Even if he said it seriously. चलिए sarcasm नहीं था. अगर किसी को बोलते बोलते उन्होंने बोल दिया कि आरएसएस एंथम है, सुनो मैं बोल रहा हूं, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Why should one apologize?
For us, the RSS is untouchable. Anything to do with the RSS, it's not done. It's a divisive communal organization. And we would not like to have anything to do with their ideological differences.
Untouchable. विवेक श्रीवास्तव, untouchable, really? अभी देखिए, अभी आप टच मी नॉट हो जाएगा आपके साथ. ये बताइए, रेवंत रेड्डी कहां से आए थे?
मेरी बात सुनिए.
रेवंत रेड्डी कहां से आए थे? कौन से पार्टी से थे? वो was he part of the CPI, CPM?
इसके कैडर को कहते हैं कि
बीजेपी आरएसएस से थे. You are not just touching Revanth Reddy, you are hugging him because you see, he has won you power in a state.
Anybody who is in RSS, please leave the RSS, condemn the ideology and come and join the secular forces. All are welcome. follow the constitution, follow Ambedkar. We are not against anyone as humans, but we are against
Ambedkar, again Ambedkar. Nikhil Jain also spoke about Dr. Ambedkar. आपको पता है सर, अंबेडकर का कंपैरिजन किसने किया कांग्रेस पार्टी ने? उदित राज, डॉक्टर उदित राज. He said Rahul Gandhi is the second Ambedkar. इसमें किसी को ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं हुआ. Was he made to say sorry? Where was the call for an apology then?
पसंद करते हैं. आप जब शुरू करते हैं डिबेट तो आपका पैकेज नॉर्मल एंकर से ज्यादा लंबा होता है, और अभी आप ज्यादा बोलते हैं और गेस्ट आपके कम बोलते हैं.
मैं नॉर्मल एंकर नहीं हूं सर, आप बताइए ना, डील विद इट.
बच्चन है न्यूज इंडस्ट्री के, मैं तो आपको अमिताभ बच्चन मानता हूं, वो अलग बात है, बट प्लीज गिव मी 30 सेकंड्स टू स्पीक. वी आर वेरी क्लियर. आपने पूछा मिसिंग लिंक क्या है निखिल जैन से, मैं बता देता हूं मिसिंग लिंक क्या है. मिसिंग लिंक है साध्वी प्रज्ञा, वो मेंबर पार्लियामेंट who says, who endorsed Godse, and the sitting Prime Minister, who's from the Sangh, did not dismiss her. This is the missing link.
Prime Minister admonished Sadhvi Pragya, and Sadhvi Pragya was branded a terrorist by Rahul Gandhi even before the court order. Vivek Srivastava, who should have apologized? Who should have apologized? आप भूल जाते हैं. Ajay Alok, the opposition says everything is bad about the RSS. RSS should be banned.
I just have a single question. Do even all these three, man, I have heard RJD spokesperson, he at least understands the anthem, but does Vivek Srivastava or Nikhil understand what the RSS anthem is about? I think every Indian should recite it and sing it. Namaste Sada Vatsale, Matrabhume, Hindu Bhume, Tvaya. What does this mean? What you are worshipping? What are you worshipping? You are worshipping your own motherland. And you have a problem with that. That this is communal. Which land do you want to worship? China? Or Italy? Anything concerning this country, anything betterment of this country, anything feeling so strong about this country, why you guys are opposed it? नफरत क्यों हिंदुस्तान से भाई? हम कहते हैं कि हे मातृभूमि हम तुमको प्रणाम करते हैं, तुमने हमने सुख से रहना सिखाया. हे मातृभूमि हम तुम्हें प्रणाम करते हैं कि तुमने हमें शक्ति दी कि हम किसी के आगे झुके नहीं. कि हे मातृभूमि हम तुम्हें प्रणाम करते हैं कि हम किसी के आगे झुकेंगे नहीं, और हम इस हिंदू धरती के वीर तुम्हारी सेवा में हमेशा लगे रहेंगे. तो इसमें क्या आपको दर्द है? You guys don't consider yourself even as a Hindu or Indian? You consider yourself as an imported stuff from China or Italy? What rubbish and degrading thought you have. कोई अगर राष्ट्र प्रेम की बात कर दे, राष्ट्रवाद की बात कर दे, मातृभूमि की बात कर दे, एनाफाइलैक्टिक शॉक लगता है आप लोग को.
नहीं, वो बोलेंगे कि राष्ट्र प्रेम की आप बात तो करते हैं, पर आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन कुछ नहीं है. अगला सवाल वही होगा.
अरे हमारा कंट्रीब्यूशन क्या है? इस देश के देशवासियों का कंट्रीब्यूशन क्या है? मैं 100 बार कह चुका हूं. गाय के चाहने से कसाई नहीं मरती है. Cow doesn't get killed if the butcher desires it. So keep on desiring that fact.
Okay.
Till the time India is there, RSS is going to be there.
Ratan
And
Chawla,
all nationalists I'm saying, not Chinese and Italian, all nationalists, irrespective of their religion, will love their motherland and will pray their motherland.
Ratan Sharda, Vivek Srivastava is making an appeal on national television that people associated with the RSS must immediately quit and join, according to him, the secular forces.
Secular forces are already on the decline. Maybe they want RSS to join to strengthen them, because RSS only has the kind of ideology which can strengthen the nation and also strengthen the organizations. RSS chief ministers in Congress, Mr. Kamath in Goa, Shankar Singh Waghela in Gujarat, who was also president of Congress for a long time, Telangana chief minister. So they have a problem with media talking about it, but they are scared. They have no self-confidence that when media talks about the prayer by D.K. Shiv Kumar, they immediately throw him to the wolves. And my bigger problem is that you can recite Kalma very happily anywhere in the world, on any stage in India, you'll be considered secular. But if you sing Bharat Mata's prayer, you worship her, then you have a problem. You are a communal. This is the biggest problem that we have today. That Kalma is secular, which talks about supremacy of particular religion, and Bharat Mata ki jai, which doesn't have anybody but seeks to strengthen and serve Bharat Mata. They have problem with that. He talked of Atalji. Atalji not only talked of Aman ki Asha if he did, he also the same person who defeated Congress, the Pakistanis decidedly Kargil. And Mr. Jain, please learn some lessons. Nikhil Jain, this for you, please put your head up. You said RSS allied with British. I challenge you on the program. I challenge your leader in Karnataka also. I challenge another person. I'm challenging you. Give me one shred of evidence that RSS cooperate with British. I will give you 10 where RSS was persecuted because it was part of it was against British. So don't come and make those wide unnecessary statements. You are a lawyer. Understand, if you go under defamation, you'll have to prove evidence. I am giving you a chance to give evidence now or apologize. And as far as Congress is concerned, the leaders, what happened to PV Narasimha Rao? ये सब मत दिखाओ, Google मत दिखाओ. Give me solid primary evidence that RSS, you will quote each other. I am saying give me primary evidence RSS stood with British or apologized to British or worked with British, otherwise keep quiet and leave the debate. Now they talk of what happened to PV Narasimha Rao, what happened to Sitaram Kesari, what is happening to these giants like Deepinder Hooda, Sandeep Dixit, Sachin Pilot, Manish Tiwari, where are they? They are in the doghouse. Why? Because they refuse to follow the JNU crowd. They have their independent voice. They are traditional congressmen who do not like this blind opposition to Modi or to RSS.
They swayed from the path of Parivar Bhakti. Now, Nikhil, you can take some time and frame your response. I'll come to you. and Vivek Srivastava ji both. But Dr. Ranganathan hasn't spoken. Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of what you've heard so far?
Pehle to good evening and congratulations on you, Pranesh, being anointed as Amitabh Bachchan by the Kader Khan of debates, Vivek Srivastava. Look, as far as Congress is concerned, it's almost written in their scriptures. If you remember one Rajya Sabha MP, he won the election, Mr. Nasir Hussain of Congress in Karnataka. And his band of supporters were shouting Pakistan Zindabad. He didn't stop it. And far from castigating him, and the police, by the way, confirmed that slogans of Pakistan Zindabad were sung, even though some arbit fact checker still refutes it. But what did the Congress do? The Congress promoted him. Recently, they did not want Shashi Tharoor to go and take India's stand and explain it to the world after Operation Sindoor, but they nominated this guy, Nasir Hussain, as one of the people. He was promoted. When his supporters were chanting Pakistan Zindabad, to yahan Ganga ulti beh rahi hai, please understand. Look, and the fact of the matter is, everyone thinks he is a fascist until the real fascist arrives. And the real fascist is the Congress. And I don't mean literally so, because if you look at who was in the Mussolini's army, you would find the connection, blood connection very soon enough. From amending the constitution to trampling upon free speech to junking the constitution by proclaiming emergency, from overturning democratically elected state governments to overturning Supreme Court judgments. What has the Congress not done that isn't fascist? Tell me. And now extracting groveling apologies from its leaders for just singing the RSS anthem. The Congress is not just, please understand, Pranesh, an illogical but also a pathological hatred for the RSS. Because it fears the RSS. Anybody who loves the country is feared by the Congress. So much so that they attribute everything evil that has ever happened in the country to the RSS. No other opposition party, with perhaps the exception of the Muslim League, hates the RSS so much. And guess who is the coalition partner of the Muslim League? Look, Rahul Gandhi routinely claims that no one from the RSS took part in the freedom struggle. I guess he graduated from WhatsApp University. He doesn't know the legendary names like Dada Naik Chimur, Ramdas Rampure, Sant Tukoji Maharaj, Hemu Kalani, who gladly went to the gallows for our freedom struggle. They were all RSS workers. From having to apologize for spreading the lie that RSS killed Mahatma Gandhi, to Congress leaders propagating the theory that 2611 was an RSS conspiracy, there is no opportunity the Congress has missed to slander the RSS. You remember it first banned the RSS in 1947, but Nikhil won't tell you who unbanned it. Because Sardar Patel said RSS was not involved in the Mahatma Gandhi assassination. This they will not say. Because they are from the WhatsApp University. Look, the fact of the matter is the instance of Justice Yashwant Chandrachud is important to tell you. The former Chief Justice of India and father of the recent Chief Justice recommended not once but twice the name of Justice Chandurkar of the Bombay and Madras High Court. But you know, Pradesh, it was rejected both times by the Congress. You know why? Because Chandurkar had made the fatal mistake of attending the funeral of the RSS chief Golwarkar. I quote Yashwant Chandurkar here, just 30 seconds. The government was looking for judicial candidates who would support it in general. It is preposterous what they did to Chandurkar, unquote. And how do we know this? Because of a book called Supreme Whispers written by Chandrachud. This is the history, pathetic history of the Congress.
विवेक श्रीवास्तव,
तो हम लोग बोले, अब आपने रैली जो करवा ली है, अगर खत्म हो गई हो तो हम लोग भी बोले, है ना? अब आप सुनते जाइए यहाँ पे, अब आप सुन लीजिए. Every time Dr. Ranganathan comes, he adds to the beauty of the debates. मैं तो कह रहा हूं, जो काम हेमा मालिनी का है वो काम ये बखूबी निभाते हैं यहाँ डिबेट्स में. इनके आने से खूबसूरती बढ़ जाती है. ये तो हो गई पहली बात. अब आप आगे आ जाइए. See, you have to understand it is the Congress which made the contribution in the freedom struggle. गांधी जी खड़े थे. Many communist minded people and communists like Comrade Bhagat Singh, उन्होंने अपनी जान दी. आरएसएस का वो महत्वपूर्ण नहीं था, रोल था. आपको इस बात को मानना पड़ेगा. There is nothing wrong in it. A few people here and there which Dr. Ranganathan talks of, that is, I think, not done. That is the first part. Second part is that there are ideological differences. Yes, the Hindu Mahasabha also played a very wrong role in the partition of this country. You cannot blame it onto the on Jinnah straight away. There are photographs.
क्या बोल रहे हैं सर आप? क्या बोल क्या रहे हैं विवेक श्रीवास्तव? देखिए आपने, मैं सुन लीजिए, गुस्सा मत होइए, सुन लीजिए विवेक श्रीवास्तव सर. 1 minute, listen to me. 8 minutes. पवन, let विवेक श्रीवास्तव स्पीक. मैं 1 मिनट, मैं बस ये बोल रहा हूं. आपने बोला कि ये आपने रैली करवा ली.
हाँ.
आप प्रॉब्लम ये है कि रैली वो कर रहे थे डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, बट आप जैसे ही आपको मंच पे बुलाते हैं, आप बोलने लगते हैं, क्राउड डिस्पर्स हो जाता है, इसीलिए आपकी रैली नहीं चलती.
डिस्पर्स हो जाते हैं.
नहीं, क्योंकि सर आप देखिए, यू आर गिविंग अ क्लीन चिट टू जिन्ना. आप क्लीन चिट टू जिन्ना दे रहे हैं और निखिल जैन इज हैप्पी. निखिल जैन ये सोच रहे हैं, अभी तक स्पॉटलाइट मुझ पे था. आई वॉज ऑन टेस्ट. रतन शारदा जी आस्क्ड हिम अ डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. आपने पूरा स्पॉटलाइट शिफ्ट कर लिया. देखिए, लुक एट द नंबर ऑफ पीपल इन देयर हैंड्स. सबने हाथ उठा लिया है.
अब वो ठीक है, वो सब लोग सबको हाथ उठाने दीजिए, लेकिन अगर संघ गलत है तो गलत है. हिंदू महासभा का रोल पार्टीशन में था. जाए लोग पढ़ें. लैरी कॉलिंस, पेरी डोमिनिक की किताब.
विवेक श्रीवास्तव, आप सारे किताब पढ़ लीजिए, लेकिन अगर रोल गलत था तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इतने 60 सालों में आरएसएस को बैन क्यों नहीं किया? आप बोल दीजिए ना. ओके, अभी तक नहीं किया. यू शुड से, यू शुड, नो 1 minute. Tell the Karnataka chief minister or the Telangana government to ban the RSS. Start with your own government in Kerala. Tell them, through the show, you tell them to ban the RSS.
सर, अब आप 3 बार बैन किया. इन्होंने रिटर्न एश्योरेंस दिया था. वी आर अ कल्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. आप पहले चिट्ठी पढ़िए जो गोलवलकर ने नेहरू को लिखी थी. आप चिट्ठी पढ़िए जो होम मिनिस्ट्री को उन्होंने लिखी थी. कैबिनेट उसमें बैठी थी, और उसके बाद क्यों इनको फंक्शन करने दिया गया? इन्होंने कहा हमारा राजनीति से कोई लेना देना नहीं है, हम एक सांस्कृतिक संगठन है, हम देश की संस्कृति में ही कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे.
तो व्हाट हैज चेंज्ड? तो व्हाट हैज चेंज्ड?
आज प्राइम मिनिस्टर से लेकर के उपराष्ट्रपति से लेकर के वाइस चांसलर से लेकर के हर जगह संघ के आदमी को आप बिठा रहे हैं.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
आपका पॉलिटिकल विंग है.
पर क्या प्रॉब्लम है विवेक श्रीवास्तव?
आप सेकुलर नहीं है.
कांग्रेस पार्टी, ओके ओके, लेट्स फॉर अ मोमेंट सर अज्यूम आप जो बोल रहे हैं सब सही है. व्हाई इज द कांग्रेस एक्सेप्टिंग पीपल फ्रॉम द बीजेपी आरएसएस? आप लोग तो उनको बॉयकॉट कर दीजिए. रतन शारदा ने एग्जाम्पल दे दिया, मैंने बोल दिया रेवंत रेड्डी कहां से आए थे. मैं तो आपको अभी रिसेंट एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं, अभी हटा दीजिए उनको. पर रतन शारदा आंसर विवेक श्रीवास्तव, ही इज नॉट कन्विंस्ड.
See, Vivek Srivastava comes from a generation of communists who never listen to reason. That's why they're communist. Now tell me, who created the first theory of India not being a single nation but made of 18 nations that should be broken up? This was the application given to cabinet mission by Communist Party in 1946. Adhikari doctrine in 1942 clearly stated that we are not one nation, it has to be broken into 18 nations. Then they were the ones who supported creation of Pakistan as a part of autonomy of different communities to have their own states. So they supported Pakistan. They supported separate statehood to Kashmir with sovereignty rights. So they are the people who actually broke the nation. They were the one who rebelled against independent India in 1947 because Stalin said that this is not true independence, this is independence of the bourgeoisie. To release the proletariat, you must rebel. And Andhra Pradesh faced 4 years of intense rebellion, armed rebellion, where people were killed, butchered in 1951. They were attacked by military. They took back and they said, okay, we'll follow the parliamentary democracy. So you're the last ones to boss when I say I come with facts. You want to open the book? Don't try to do that because you only know one book. There is a red book that comes from
open book exam. तो आपने उनको निखिल जैन को बोला is looking for answers. उनसे open book exam अभी निखिल I'm coming to you. Professor Pasha आपने भी हाथ उठाया था sir. Maybe you wanted to say something. बोलिए.
Pranesh ji, the world knows, not only the India, the world knows the role of RSS and the ideology of RSS. The basic ideology of RSS is based on the Manusmriti. What Gulwarkar Sahab wrote about Manusmriti, about Manu, the first, wisest and the greatest lawgiver to the mankind in the world. These are the words of Gulwarkar, who is called Guruji, the second in command in RSS. So they do not believe in constitution of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. They believe in Manusmriti. They respect Manu, not Baba Saheb.
Dr. Ajay Alot is responding to you. Dr. Ranganathan, I'm coming to you after this.
I'm just saying Mr. Pasha has no rights to comment on one of our religious scripts. Please, you don't belong to that religion. Don't comment on the religious scripts. That's not healthy. I don't comment on any other religious scripts, whether it is Hadith or Quran or whatever. If Manusmriti is there, it's one of the religious scripts and you have to respect it.
Manusmriti
you don't have any right
must
to
be
comment.
condemned, and that's why the Baba Saheb
Yes, you
Ambedkar
don't have a
burnt
right.
it in public.
No, but RSS speaks about the constitution. Professor Pasha, I don't know, maybe you're not aware of what Mohan Bhagwat has said multiple times. Dr. Ranganathan.
नहीं, देखिए कितनी आसानी से प्रोफेसर अनवर पाशा ने हिंदू स्क्रिप्चर जो कि स्मृति है बिना उसके सर पैर जाने उसको कंडेम कर दिया. मैं इनसे पूछना चाहता हूं कि व्हाट वुड यू कॉल एन एंटिटी दैट सेज पॉलीथीस आर द वर्स्ट ऑफ क्रीचर्स? अगर आप में हिम्मत है तो ये बोल दीजिए उस एंटिटी को आप क्या कहेंगे जो किसने लिखा है कि पॉलीथीस आर द वर्स्ट ऑफ क्रीचर्स. डू नॉट मैरी एनी नॉन मुस्लिम. A Muslim slave is better than a non-Muslim. बोल दो उस एंटिटी को क्या कहेंगे? हिम्मत है?
Public. Baba Saheb Ambedkar burnt Manusmriti in public. Do you know that? Do you agree with this? Do you condemn Baba Saheb Ambedkar? He burnt Manusmriti in public. Baba Saheb Ambedkar burnt Manusmriti in public.
प्रोफेसर पाशा, अभी डॉक्टर अंबेडकर का एक और कोट है, फिर आप थोड़ा अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाएंगे.
Burnt Manusmriti in public. What is your comment? Do you condemn Baba Saheb Ambedkar? Do you have courage to condemn him?
Simple, Pranesh.
Baba Saheb Ambedkar
one after.
burnt Manusmriti in public.
So one person at a time. Dr. Ranganathan, quickly make your point. Let's not digress. What are we discussing? The sycophancy within the Congress party, RSS, no RSS. There are many people who face the wrath. They had nothing to do with the RSS.
Thing is, does the hypocrite Professor Pasha, quote unquote professor, have the guts to condemn the entity that said Hindus are the worst of creatures? किसी औरों के धर्म ग्रंथ को आप कंडेम कर रहे हो. आपसे सिंपल पूछा है, कर सकते हो कंडेम? हिम्मत है? नहीं है तो
बिहार में इलेक्शन है. Let this go, Dr. Ranganathan. Let this go. Now, Nikhil, answer the question that Ratan Sharda ji was asking you. बताइए, which book do you want to quote?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been waiting for a very long time to give you the evidence on that. So the RSS did not take part in Gandhiji's salt satyagraha. They did not take part in the Quit India movement of 1942. In fact, a British CID report said that the RSS's neutrality in not engaging in the disturbances was quite appreciable. Then they banned their activists or workers or whatever you may want to call them from taking part in the independence movement. And let me read a quote. Official RSS biography of Golwalkar. The RSS had no part in the movement for independence. We do not say this with pride, but as a matter of fact. Now, in 1939, Golwalkar praised Hitler and Mussolini. Dr. Ranganathan was mentioning about Mussolini. He was the one RSS chief was the one praising Mussolini for what they were doing to people in their respective countries. Now, about their relationship with Dr. Ambedkar. They called him personal names when the constitution was enacted. They said that the constitution has nothing Indian or Bharatiya about it. They said that the constitution should be based on Manusmriti, and Manusmriti is an objectionable scripture because it is, first of all, not Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a scripture that pretty much every Hindu swears by, but Manusmriti is not a religious core text of Hinduism. Manusmriti is a text that advocates for subjugation of women, for subjugation of the marginalized.
You know, there is another text that does this and more. वहां पे जाएंगे, फिर problem होगा. Then we, digress from the debate. You know what it is, Nikhil. Why do you want to, enter into, those what? मत जाइए ना वहां पे. Let's not waste time. Dr. Ranganathan, quickly respond to this, and then Ratan Sharda ji.
Yeah, first of all, I have no scruples. I mean, I have no worries. I say whatever is in my mind. I condemn anything that is offensive towards anyone that I find, for example, misogyny in any scripture. I condemn it. Problem is इनकी hypocrites पे. ये पाशा साहब है, हिंदू स्क्रिप्चर्स को कंडेम करेंगे, लेकिन इस्लामिक स्क्रिप्चर्स को अपना लेंगे, क्योंकि वो दम नहीं है बोलने का. अब मैं सीधे निखिल जैन, मैं गुड फ्रेंड से बोलना चाहता हूं. एक सिंपल सा सवाल है प्रणेश, विद योर परमिशन, इट्स वेरी क्रूशियल बिकॉज आई एम एक्चुअली सपोर्टिंग निखिल हियर. कैन आई प्लीज आस्क यू?
Please, sir, please.
Thank you, Nikhil. Do you condemn RSS saying that Quit India movement is insane and shows bankruptcy of statesmanship? Do you condemn the RSS for saying this about Quit India movement? Yes or no?
I am not going to answer that.
Now, can I say why? Can I tell you, Pranesh, why he's not answering that? Because ये RSS ने नहीं कहा है, ये अम्बेडकर ने कहा है. अरे थोड़ी शर्म कर लो निखिल जैन एडवोकेट, थोड़ी शर्म कर लो. ये अम्बेडकर ने कहा है.
वो विवेक श्रीवास्तव चेयर कर रहे थे, उनको लेट हिम आंसर.
मैं तो अभी भी चेयर कर रहा हूं निखिल को. निखिल स्पोक वेरी वेल. निखिल ने दूध का दूध पानी का पानी कर दिया. कोई उत्तर नहीं है किसी के पास निखिल की बातों का. आप जबरदस्ती आप उसको धार्मिक एंगल दे रहे हैं साहब. मनुस्मृति एंड दिस एंड दैट एंड ऑल, तो एक अलग इशू है.
ये निखिल जैन ने सर दूध का दूध पानी का पानी वैसा ही किया है जैसे अजय राय वाराणसी में चुनाव जीत गए. वैसे ही वो 4 लोगों को उन्होंने जमा कर लिया और वो वहां पे मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट बन गए. ये वैसे ही विक्ट्री है. रतन शारदा जी सर, लास्ट 30 seconds, then we'll move on.
1930 जंगल सत्याग्रह with a parallel sword satyagrah. Dr. Hedgewar himself went to jail. Along with him, hundreds of RSS people went to jail. So first falsehood of Nikhil. He said, because RSS did not take part, it is supporting British. 1942, Anand Ranganathan gave a lot of names. I can give a lot of names who actually were hanged or fired upon or died in 1942 supporting the Quit India movement. British banned RSS for people from going to RSS, government servants. Then the government teachers in 1930 to 1932, it was Dr. Hedgewar who fought back and got a corporation MP assembly at that time. You talked of British was stalking Dr. Hedgewar. They were stalking Guruji continuously in the 1940s. They called him the most dangerous man who will create a rebellion. That is also on record. And lastly, when Congress were putting their tails in their legs and taking RSS help to run back to India during partition, it was RSS who brought them to India. It was RSS whose volunteers died supporting Hindu and Sikhs. So have some shame. Okay. When you say you have not one proof where RSS cooperated with British, you are quoting a comment. I have quoted 10 comments.
That's some homework for Nikhil Jain for the next debate. Homework भी मिल गया, class work मिला, exam हो गया, वो snap test, उसके बाद homework भी मिला है. Nikhil, now it's okay. Some lessons are hard. It's okay. Let's move on. Professor Pasha, thank you for joining us on debate number 1.